Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is your English teacher for grade 5, APS 4 toward middle wing boys. Today we are going to start with the task of week 5. I hope you will be in the best of health, as we all know that the blessed month of Ramadan had started, so we will start our presentation by hadith. Huzu sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when the month of Ramadan arrives, the door of mercy are opened. Coming to our assignments of week 5, we will start our work from English literature, The Secret Garden. Students, you all must have read and completed chapter number 1 and 2 along with the exercises. In week 5, we will do recap of chapter number 1 and 2 and highlight important facts before going to the written work. Main events of chapter number 1. The story Secret Garden is about a 9-year-old girl named Mary Lennox. Her parents died in a terrible disease in India, so she was sent to live with her uncle in Yorkshire. She was received by Mrs. Medlock, who was the housekeeper. Mary learned about her uncle, Mr. Archibald Craven, and how he never cared about anyone after the death of his wife. Mrs. Medlock tells Mary about Misselthwaite Manor, its 100 rooms and beautiful gardens. Mary has to follow the rules, which she didn't like because she was never used to take orders from the servants. Main events of chapter number 2. In this chapter, we learn about Mary, that how she meets a friendly girl, Martha, who is there to help her with her daily task. Martha works for Mrs. Medlock. Martha has 11 brothers and sisters, and she lived on the moor. She tells Mary about her brother Dickon, who has lots of animal friends. Mary learns about the secret garden, which was locked for more than 10 years by Mr. Craven. It was locked because Mr. Craven's wife died in that garden by falling off an old tree branch. Mr. Craven was so very depressed that he threw away the key and nobody knows about it, and it was locked since then. In the end, we learn that Mary hears a strange noise in the house and she thinks that the house is full of secrets. Students, your written work for week 5 are: you have to write down the events of both the chapters in a sequence. A recap has been done for you. And question number 2 is, you have to write down the names of the characters introduced in chapter number 1 and 2. Students, we have 3 tasks in week 5 for English language. We have completed our chapter number 1 and are starting with our chapter number 2, that is, staying healthy. In this chapter, we will discuss some common illnesses found all around the world. I'm sure you all must be aware of the latest situation caused due to COVID-19. May Allah keep us all safe from diseases. Ameen. Now coming to our task 1, you will search for different meanings of the common illnesses. You will write them in your loose sheets and make sentences of 4 words. Students, coming on page 20 of unit number 2, staying healthy, you have to find the word's meaning of the following: a sore throat, a cold, a cough, earache, a fever, a headache, stomachache. And after finding out the meaning, you will have to make sentences of any 4 words from above. Now another activity for you is that you have to join together the words with the pictures on the right hand side. Number 1, I'm doing it for you, a sore throat. Now look at the picture and tell me that what do you think, which child is having a sore throat? I think it's number D. In similar manner, you will join the rest of the words along with their pictures. Student, your next task is of reading. You have to read the text about malaria given in lesson 2, fever, learner's book, page number 22 to 23. You have to look for the meanings of the given words, which are infects, tropical, parasite, symptom, plenty, protect, treated, organization. You have to write the words in your vocabulary journal along with their meanings, and after that you will use 4 words in your own sentences. After reading the text about malaria, you will also scan the text to find out the name of the organization that helps people against malaria. In case the textbook is not available, you can also use the paragraph attached and do the assigned task. You reference an extra A at the end of English assignment week 5. Student, this is page number 22 of your textbook. It is about malaria. Malaria is a very serious disease which infects 300 to 500 million people every year. It is most common in hot tropical countries in the Americas, Asia and Africa. One person dies every second from malaria. What are the causes of malaria? A lot of mosquitoes in hot tropical countries carry a parasite which causes malaria. And when a mosquito bites a person, the parasite can get into the blood. They don't need to infect much blood to make someone very ill. Student, you will read this page 2. What are the symptoms of malaria? They can be high fever, headaches, and being sick. And how can we stop people from getting malaria? Now, there are plenty of vaccines which can protect us from malaria. Sometimes mosquito nets can be very much beneficial. Now students, your written task is to find out the meanings of the following words by using your dictionary. You will write the meanings in your loose sheets along with their sentences. The words are infects, tropical, parasite, symptom, plenty, protect, treated, and organization. Your next question is to write the name of the organization that helps the people against malaria. You can easily find out the answer in the text. Students, your task 4 of this week is of creative writing. You will discuss how to keep yourselves healthy with your parent or a facilitator or your sibling. In the written work, you will make a mind map or a web on the work page, and then we'll discuss it how you will write the paragraphs. Students, we have to write 2 paragraphs of 60 to 80 words on how to keep ourselves healthy. Now we are going to make a map which will be helpful in how to write your paragraphs. Number 1 is personal hygiene. Personal hygiene includes keeping our bodies clean. It involves washing our hands, bathing regularly, cutting our nails and having a haircut on regular basis. Number 2 can be clean environment. Students, along with personal hygiene, clean environment is also essential for our health. Putting trash in bins, recycling, reusing stuff, planting trees, and taking steps to prevent pollution all are necessary for our health. Good intake of water. Student, do you know that 60% of our body comprises of water? So you can imagine how much water is necessary for our daily activities. We must drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day to keep ourselves focused and energetic. 4th can be exercising regularly. To be fit and active, exercising, playing sports is very important. If you want to have a healthy mind, heart and body, you must exercise regularly. Sleeping well is also very important to have a healthy body. Human body requires 7 to 9 hours of sleep for good physical health. Sleep is induced in healing, repairing of our cells. Healthy habits. You must inculcate healthy habits in your daily routine, praying 5 times a day, helping your elders with house chores, gardening, book reading. All of these things are healthy habits which can make your life more healthy. Student, your last task is a very interesting one. You will have to read any storybook of your own choice and write a short paragraph having the following answers of the questions. Name of the story, name of the writer, setting, places in the story, main characters, moral values of the story. Now student, a very important thing is when you are writing the paragraph, you have to use past tense. We'll do a quick recap of past tense too. We use simple past tense to talk about things that have happened in the past. For example, I visited my grandparents last week. The plane landed a few minutes ago. Zahid tried his best to solve the sum. In a similar way, you can make more examples for yourself before writing your paragraph. That's all for week 5. Dear students, for your convenience, distribute these tasks from Tuesday till Friday. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Try uploading your assignments on AIS. Take good care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.